I mean, you know, it's basically the same team that we played them the last time we played Sky Blue, so a little bit better than the last result. Still a loss, but you know, we practice really well together. That's and you could tell it, you could see it. We were streaming passes along, and we're playing well, and then all of a sudden they get a goal, you know, and it's very, very frustrating, especially from a defensive standpoint. You probably can see it on my face how frustrated I get out there, and so, you know, go back to the drawing board, but I keep feeling like we're doing that. So I think that individually we just all need to step up and take responsibility.
What'd you say out there on the field? You guys had a bit of a come to Jesus huddle. So
slightly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you hear any of it?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, basically I looked at them and I was like, everybody out here is not playing. Everybody's genuflecting to this team. You're looking at each other for someone else to do the work. And why is that? We're down 2-0 when we lost this team 5-1. You should have come out here with a little bit more of vengeance in your mind, and they didn't. And then everybody started to play a little bit more, but why does it take us to get down 2-0? So I told everybody, I was like, look, we're at a point in the season, I just told them that, and I was like, we're at a point in the season where we're now down 2-0, because if we lose any more points, we might not make the playoffs. So we play better when it's 2-0, so look at it from the rest of the season that we're down 2-0, because it's freaking frustrating. Passionate. I know, I get in trouble from Lisa because she's like, why are you up there? And I'm like, because I was like, I feel like no one else is, you know, like getting up there, and obviously they're doing their best as well, but you know, I just get so frustrated in the back that we're not scoring goals, and I want to go and help, and I'm not necessarily going to be the answer, but that's what happens. And you know, I need to, you know, focus on center back too, but at the same time I want to get forward and I want to help this team as much as possible, and we need more numbers, and that's why you see me get up there a little bit. I haven't got a goal yet this season, so I want one.
Do you think?
You know, she's a great goalkeeper, and I think that we have a lot of confidence in her. Obviously I have a lot of confidence in Ashley as well. I just think that we had a big lift with our halftime speech. You know, it was one of those things, it was individual responsibility, and that's where the lift came from. That's been our issue this whole season, to be honest. You know, like in the Chicago game we lose 1-0, and we had you know, we had some opportunities, we actually scored a goal and, you know, we're not getting it, and you know, we need to finish. You know, we have a breakaway, Kai has a breakaway, and we give it right to the keeper, and you know, a couple of opportunities that we give straight to their goalkeeper, and you know, just like the defense has to step up individually, so does the offense, and they have to look within themselves, because you know, we don't have enough disparity amongst ourselves of people scoring. We need more goals from more people, and we can't just rely on 1 to 2 people a game.
I mean, it was a tough battle. I mean, you know, it was a physical game, and both rosters are pretty much you know, exhausted, where you don't have an awful lot of options coming off the bench, and you know, I thought Boston did a good job of fighting back in the second half, and you know, made it a game there at the end, and you know, we're fortunate to get out of here with 3 points. It's an important result for us.
What do you think the difference?
It's, in some cases it's about matchups, and Western New York is probably the one tough matchup for us, and I think Boston maybe we're a difficult matchup for them. I think you know, we've got a lot of quick technical players, and they've got, you know, more of a power and speed team, and their speed isn't here, so it's you know, it's difficult to play without, you know, their 2 attacking players. I think it changes the type of team they are. Yeah, she had her back seized up. She got kneed in the back, and she had a back problem earlier in preseason. It just seized up, and she basically said she was going to try it and walk back in the locker room, said I can't even walk. So she'll be fine by next weekend, but it's you know, she couldn't continue. So real interesting time, because you got to kind of see, you know, we've got Sophie coming back from Germany. She plays a day earlier, but she's got the, you know, the 5-hour time change. How much she's going to be available is a question, and then how much is Kelly and Christy, how much are they going to play on Thursday night? Even though it's in New York, you know, it's Thursday, Saturday turnaround is tough. You want to ask her what she's thinking? I don't think she knows. I mean, it's, you know, with Lisa, the times when she's thinking, usually she's slows down a little bit, and the times where she just plays instinctually, she scores goals. So I think she, you know, there's times where if she has to cut the ball back, she's thinking more about finding the open player than shooting herself. And the one she finished, it just, you know, was out in front of her, and she finished it first time facing the goal. So you know, as long as she continues to get the chances she has, and creates the problems that she does for teams' defenses to have to adjust to, even if she's not scoring, you know, it's difficult to defend against. It helps us, the team.
Anything that you told
No, we didn't. We were just expecting a change of shape from them, and we were looking. We didn't really have any healthy subs. We had Lindsay come in, to kind of win some stuff in the air and put a little pressure on their back 3 or 4 that they had at that time. And we really didn't have a lot of options. So we really just make sure the team was aware that they were going to push more numbers forward and make sure we didn't get caught in pressure right away and adjust to their more numbers up front. She's still a couple of weeks away for rehab, and she's got to get a special brace for her wrist, and that's probably still another 2 weeks. I've been really impressed with the team chemistry. I mean, our second layer of leadership has been exceptional, and we've got a handful of players who've played a couple of years in the league, and their roles have been more of substitutes or reserves. And I think them now getting the opportunity to step into starting roles, they've really taken advantage of that opportunity, and our young players are here to learn, and it's been a really good team chemistry, and you never know when you're going to get it right, but it's certainly right now we've gotten it right. There's no adjustment you have to make. It's made when you build your roster. You've got to build your roster and have the depth in each position, and have versatile players that can play in different positions. I mean, a good example is Manya McCoskey, who's a flank player, but she's a versatile player, and she stepped into holding midfield for Brittany Bach and has done just a great job. And and when you're asked to step into that role and you do it successfully, it builds your confidence, and your confidence your teammates have in you, and it just enhances that team chemistry.
I mean, it's hard on young players to have to get in and play 90 minutes. Maddie Evans got her first start, and actually maybe even her first start of the season, and so that's difficult. She's tired as the game went on, but I don't know. I think the recipe is you got to finish chances. Chances were there for us, and then their third goal is just poor defending from us. 5 of our players are up there watching it as they're running their tail off to capitalize on that goal. So it's both things. It's being good off the ball, it's being good on the ball, and we just weren't good enough today. I mean, we kind of, yes, I mean, Sid's a goal scorer, so she'll hunt to get in there, but I thought Kaya Simone's a goal scorer normally for Australia, and she hasn't been able to find the back of net for us. Kay Shefford's a goal scorer. She hasn't been scoring the same amount of times that she's scored in the past, and same with Leanne Sanderson. When Joanna Lohman, our holding midfielder, is the one putting the ball in the back of the net, that says something about where we are as a team. We need our front runners to take responsibility of doing the thing that they're most responsible for, and that's finishing. Ashley's been playing well for us overall. I've been really pleased with her play, but you give up 10 goals, I think, in our last 3 games, so we had to make a change. We wanted to give Alyssa a chance. She's been good in training, and so give up 2 goals in the first half. I guess that means she gets subbed in the second half.
Just a bloody nose, or?
Yeah, bloody nose, probably a broken nose it looks like, so we'll see what happens. Get some x-rays tomorrow and let you know. Well, we're playing a different team, so they'll give us a different challenge than we had today, so we'll have to make some adjustments based on that game. We'll have Sid and Heo back, so that'll be helpful, and some of these young players have to decide whether they want to be impact players in this league or not, because right now we're just not getting enough out of some of these players. I mean, they're just dynamic. I think the big thing is I don't think they had a ton of chances. Like, they probably had 4 or 5, but if they're just efficient in front of goal. So whenever you have a goal scorer, and when we have Sid, that probably people feel the same way, but we didn't have her today, so.